Week's losses have created a sense of urgency for both the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. After an 8-2 start and with an NFC Central title in sight, the Vikings have lost 3 straight and are now thinking wild card. They will be without the services of quarterback Brad Johnson as Randall Cunningham steps in and tries to right the ship. In the Bay Area, it has been a devastating week for the 49ers, both on and off the field. The once-streaking Niners need to erase doubts about their ability to compete against top teams and must do so without the injured Garrison Hurst. Both teams need a win, but for very different reasons. 3Com Park in San Francisco, the home of the 49ers, the wet 49ers. Very wet, in fact, earlier in the day as the 49ers get set to entertain the Minnesota Vikings. When we arrived here this morning, the rain was coming down sideways. It looked like today's game was going to be played in most unpleasant conditions. But the 49er ground crew has done a yeoman job in getting the water off the field with a water hog, no less, and squeegeeing the sidelines. And right now, the field is not in bad shape at all. It'll be damp. It'll be muddy. But it should be playable, certainly. Pat Summerall here with John Madden. And, John, let's talk about the two teams now. Both the Minnesota Vikings and San Francisco come into this contest with their confidence shaken. Minnesota first, they've lost 3 in a row, and they have to win.
Yeah, and that's what they need. I mean, you know, the way to get the confidence back is have some good things happen. Now, we know that Randall Cunningham is starting at quarterback, and when you start a new quarterback, or really hasn't started a game since 1995, you can't say, okay, Randall, we've lost 3 in a row, now you come in here, you go out and win the game for us. If the Minnesota Vikings are going to win today, they're going to have to run the ball. Robert Smith is going to have a big day. They're going to have to play outstanding defense. They're going to play more man-to-man. They're going to rush Steve Young, try and get some turnovers, and, of course, they have to play strong special teams.
And as far as the 49ers are concerned, people have been saying you can't beat a team, the 49ers can't beat a team with a winning record, and they took a shellacking last week in Kansas City. How about their confidence?
Well, you know, it has to be shaken because they went to Kansas City, and they were just wet. And, you know, they were able to do it this year since Steve Mariucci took over. The 49ers were able to do it with a run, and they had Garrison Hurst, who was a very good inside runner, and he'd gained over 1,000 yards. Now they've lost him, so they still have to have a running game. They're going to try with Terry Kirby. They're going to try some one back with William Floyd, more 2 tight ends, those kinds of things to keep the running game going. But if they can't, it's going to have to go in Steve Young's hands, and he's going to have to come out and throw the ball the way the old 49er offense did.
Which he enjoys. And coming up, it's the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers from San Francisco. And John and I will be back with the opening kickoff when Fox NFL Sunday continues.